Welcome to this tutorial on Terraform Modules, where we'll learn how to build reusable infrastructure code. Modules are one of the most powerful features in Terraform that allow you to organize and reuse your infrastructure configurations efficiently. So what exactly are Terraform modules? Think of modules as containers that group multiple Terraform resources into a single reusable unit. They follow the DRY principle, which stands for Don't Repeat Yourself, meaning you write your infrastructure code once and reuse it across multiple projects. Modules also provide encapsulation, hiding the complexity of your infrastructure and exposing only the configuration options that users need to customize. Every Terraform module follows a standard directory structure. At minimum, a module contains 4 files. The main.tf file defines your infrastructure resources. The variables.tf file declares the input variables that make your module configurable. The outputs.tf file specifies what values the module should return after creation. And finally, the readme.md file documents how to use the module. This consistent structure makes modules easy to understand and maintain. Let's start creating a module by defining its inputs in the variables.tf file. Here we define 2 variables. The first is VPC_sitter, which specifies the CIDR block for our VPC with a default value of 10.0.0.0/16. The second is environment, which is a required string variable that specifies the environment name like production or development. Variables make your module flexible and reusable across different scenarios. Next, we create the main.tf file that contains our actual infrastructure resources. In this example, we define an IaC VPC resource. Notice how we reference the variables we defined earlier using var.vpc_sitter. We also use string interpolation to create dynamic tag values, combining the environment variable with a -vpc for the name tag. This is how modules transform input variables into actual infrastructure configurations. The outputs.tf file defines what information the module returns after creating resources. Here we export 2 values. First, the VPC_id output returns the ID of the VPC we just created. Second, the VPC_sitter output returns the CIDR block of the VPC. These outputs are crucial because they allow other parts of your Terraform configuration to reference resources created by this module. Now let's see how to use the module we just created. You call a module using the module block with a unique name, in this case, VPC. The source parameter tells Terraform where to find the module. Here it's in the module's /vpc directory. Then you pass values to the module's input variables, setting VPC_sitter and environment. To access the module's outputs, you use the syntax module.vpc.vpc_id. This allows you to reference resources created by the module in other parts of your configuration. Let's recap the key benefits of using Terraform modules. First is reusability. You can use the same module code across multiple environments and projects without duplication. Second is consistency. Modules ensure that your infrastructure follows standardized configurations everywhere. Third is testing. You can test modules independently before deploying them to production. And finally, maintainability. When you need to update your infrastructure, you can make changes in one place and apply them everywhere the module is used. These benefits make modules essential for managing infrastructure at scale.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.